Sure, अब social media, ओए भाइ यस्तो आइरहेको छ. Like, what do you mean podcast को audition? I was like, how would that even go?
So, firstly, I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Minister for this initiative, and then
Okay.
sorry,
It's okay, it's okay.
and then our SKM Student Wing President Sri Wangchuk sir for this opportunity.
So there are a lot of things जुन चाहिँ म आफै पनि क्यापेबल छु भनेर र मेरो लागि लाइक इट हेज बिन अ डाइनामिक जर्नी.
त्यही दिन चाहिँ आई मेट वान पर्सन इन हस्पिटल प्रिअपको एरियामा. त्यो दिन मैले आई फरगट टु वेयर माई मास्क. त्यो प्रिअपमा जाँदा चाहिँ द्याट टाइम अ म्यान he saw my face and he was like, तपाईँ त पोडकास्टमा बोल्ने मान्छे होइन, म हेर्छु नि यो तपाईँले अस्ति एजुकेसनको गर्नुभएको नि तपाईँहरूले, त्यो कस्तो मन पऱ्यो. The way he said, no, then we have to go, अनि त्यो दिमागमा ल्याएर हुने होइन रहेछ.
What do you think growth will look like for us, for the podcast in this season, in this year? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the year of 2026 of your very beloved student podcast, Sikkim Student Sphere, brought to you by SKM Student Wing and of course supported by Sikkim Supreme. Anta, I know that was very scripted and formal, but this episode definitely is not, because we have this set tradition that when we start off something, we start it off in a way where it's not so formal, you know, alikiti ease in warm up just because it's just the beginning of this year. Also, that brings me back to the point. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
I hope you guys had a very wonderful last year. Wonderful, Taba. I can already get the answer to this question. But I just hope it has been a very fruitful year, a year full of changes, a year full of evolution, you know, and a year that definitely, it left a mark on you, because I must say that this year definitely left a mark for me. A very permanent mark, but I think this is a good mark, a good stage. Because among everything that happened, I won't bore you with the personal details, one awesome thing that happened was, in fact, this podcast. Yes. The Sikkim Student Sphere podcast. Anta, we could definitely say abu hamro season. Can I call it a season? Okay, a season, a segment, a chapter basically. We have officially come to close of that. We have concluded that, and now we are starting afresh this year. So regarding that only, Abu, you know, one thing I really believe in is that Abu, of course we have to keep on moving forward, right? The one thing that really is necessary is when we reflect back. Because reflection lessons, that lessons gives you a structure, and that teaches you to move on to better places. So in this episode we'll be reflecting back on season 1. I think I would also like to take this opportunity to in fact thank all the people, right? Yes. All the audience that we have garnered all throughout past year, right? I mean, sitting right here in front of camera, let's be honest, none of us had any idea your podcast, what will become of it, right? And now that we stand few months later, it definitely has become something that we can definitely be proud of. And yeah, I would like to say that whoever chose to आफ्नो दिनभरिमा अलिकति पनि टाइम स्पेन्ड गर्नु to just watch these 4 so-called experts talk about some things that we thought were so necessary for our audience, for our students, right? Whoever chose to do that, right? Whoever chose to tag along in this imperfect, perfect journey of ours, I would like to say, and in fact not just me, of course we would like to extend our gratitude, our very, very sincere gratitude. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I think introduction has been a little too long, so I'll just cut to the chase and I'll come directly to the intervention. I'll ask you very honest questions, so I really hope you answer with honesty.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. As I was saying, season 1, right? Some things are better not complicated हुन्छ नि क्या so I would like to keep the beginning very concise and very easy or not so easy for you guys, right? So I would like for you guys to describe our season 1 or segment 1 in one word. No explanations. I'll come to the explanations later.
Okay.
But define it in one word, and I would of course like to start with you because that's how I started. Isarine. This is the same circle we started with,
Okay.
same positions in fact, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
actually.
actually?
हो त यस्तै
Yeah,
थियो
Isarine.
Yeah.
Episode
Right like
Okay.
this, हुन्छ नि.
So one word for our segment 1 or season 1 would be roller coaster, right?
त्यो रोलर कोस्टरमा ग्रोथ
Okay,
For me, is like it was a dynamic.
it was dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay,
What about you?
What about you?
I think I got so carried away with the questions that I would say it's been beautiful. हुन्छ नि?
Beautiful.
Because now I come to the explanations,
Okay.
right? And I won't bore you with it also, of course, but I think it was really beautiful because अब हुन्छ नि just 4 people so randomly coming
Yeah.
together. अब we did not, there was no expectation. अब त्यो expect गर्ने केही उयो पनि थिएन. There was no foundation for it also हुन्छ नि कि okay so and so भएर चाहिँ we could do something भन्ने खालको. It was we are completely a room full of strangers, and then with that room full of strangers we built something that I mean त्यही त again as I said is something that we can definitely be proud of. एउटा legacy जस्तो हुन्छ जस्तो पनि लाग्दैछ. Somewhere in my gut feeling, I hope this can blow out of proportions in season 2 अझै होइन. But I think it was a very humble and a very beautiful and a very well thought of, well rounded beginning. That's why I say it's beautiful. What about you?
For me, like म जुन ब्याकग्राउन्डबाट आउँछु होइन आई नेभर थट कि म यसरी पोडकास्ट गर्छु या फिर मेरोमा त्यो क्यापेबिलिटिज छ भनेर. बट वेन आई वेन्ट थ्रु द अडिसन एन्ड वेन आई गट सेलेक्टेड देन जब मैले जब बिस्तारै बिस्तारै यो जर्नीमा भाग लिएँ त्यसमा चाहिँ अब बुझेँ मैले कि अब के हो देयर आर लट अफ थिङ्स जुन चाहिँ म आफै पनि क्यापेबल छु भनेर. अन्त मेरो लागि लाइक इट हेज बिन अ डाइनामिक जर्नी. त्यो चाहिँ किन भन्दाखेरि अब कोही बेला रिस पनि उठ्यो, कोही बेला इरिटेट पनि भयो, कोही बेला खुसी पनि लाग्यो होइन. अन्त त्यस्तै हुन्छ किनभने अब हरेक त अब खुसी त हुँदैन सबै. कति कुरा दुःख पनि हुन्छ. अब आफूले एपिसोड गऱ्यो भ्युज नआउँदाखेरि इरिटेट लाग्ने, आफूसँग रिस उठ्ने होइन त्यस्तो पनि हुन्थ्यो. बट अब त्यही हो अब थिक एन्ड थिन अब लास्टमा हामीले यसरी वाइन्ड अप गऱ्यो आफ्नो सिजन 1 भनौँ. वाइन्ड अप गरेर जब त्यो पछाडि वेन आई रिफ्लेक्ट ब्याक मलाई खुसी लाग्छ. आई फिल प्राउड अफ त्यो नट ओन्ली मी बट द होल टिम जति पनि हामी छ सबैलाई देखेर खुसी लाग्छ. कतै न कतै हामी सबै बिस्तारै बिस्तारै बढेर गयो भनेर.
Okay, what about madam with the fur coat?
ग्रोथ किनभने पर्सनली आई फिल लाइक फर्स्ट एपिसोड 0 देखि नै अब लाइक कस्तो हुन्छ होला ल्या म कसरी बोल्छु होला के गर्छु होला भनेर. बट देन स्लोली अब आई फिल लाइक आई बिकेम मोर कन्फिडेन्ट. अब क्यामेरा अगाडि बोल्नु कसरी बोल्नु होला कस्तो देख्दैछ मलाई ला के गरौँ म भन्ने हुनु. तर आई फिल लाइक आई बिकेम अलिकति कन्फिडेन्ट. त्यहाँदेखि एज अ टिम टुगेदर आई फिल लाइक वी आर लर्निङ. अन्तखेरि सबै काम गर्नु, एक दुसरालाई चिन्नु, कोही बेला साँच्चै नै रिस उठ्ने यङसन कहाँ छौ आउँदैन हौ तिमी रिसाउनु त्यसरी. आई फिल ग्रोथ.
Okay. You.
रोलर कोस्टर किनभने फर्स्ट वेन वी स्टार्टेड अफ वी ह्याड अ फिलिङ अफ फियर एन्ड एक्साइटमेन्ट बोथ होइन. कस्तो जान्छ होला डर पनि लागिरहेको अलिक एक्साइटेड पनि. एन्ड नाउ वेन वी रिच हियर अब न्यु इयरको दिनमा रिफ्लेक्ट ब्याक गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ फर्स्टमा डर र एक्साइटमेन्टले चलेर गएको, बादमा अलिकति फ्लोमा आउँदै गयो. बिचमा फेरि त्यो बम्प्सहरू हुन्छ नि त्यो अलिकति अप्स एन्ड डाउन्स, देन युज टु इट. देन अहिले आएर हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो अब इट्स यु नो के भन्छ ब्युटिफुल पनि.
Okay.
Feels good to be back.
No? The 4 of us. Usually it's a rotation, you know. अब 4 जना बसेर कुरा गर्ने. It's very rare because some of the people
busy
are very busy.
Every time busy.
So it's great to have
Most
all 4 of
busy.
us together हुन्छ नि. अन्त yeah, actually हुन्छ नि following on the same thought. did we think that, did any of you think or expect, in fact, that this podcast would become what it became, sorry, I'm so
Okay.
sorry, today? What do you think? Did you have that sort of expectation
Expectations.
कि यस्तो प्रकारले हुनेछ, यस्तो हुनेछ भनेर कि? So, anyone can answer that? Please go for it.
Young son.
Okay, I'll answer that.
Okay.
First of all,
You answer.
because
You.
I mean, come on, right? अब त्यही त first of all I think I would really like to, because I would like to begin this year with gratitude also. I would really like to begin this note with gratitude towards the government, right? हाम्रो CM sir हुनुहुन्छ हैन, because honestly I had no expectation of like because podcast is such a young people thing हुन्छ नि अब, and that is not to say that अब young हाम्रो youth लाई अब it's not acknowledged भन्नु खोजेको हैन, but podcast was something so it's so अब हुन्छ नि कि ए हैन young people के हो भन्ने खालको, like I don't expect anyone beyond 40s or 50s, at least here in my state, to understand that podcast भनेको चाहिँ यस्तो हुन्छ है भन्ने खालको. So यस्तो medium पनि अब हुन्छ नि कि त्यो acknowledge गर्दो रहेछ, and that this actually हुन्छ नि, it changed from just being, I mean it underwent this evolution from being just a plan to actually being executed. And the execution दिएको actually action मा पनि आउनु, and this action to just bears this sort of fruit हुन्छ नि. I कहिले एक मन पनि सोचेको थिइनँ हुन्छ नि, and I really reflect back to my audition also, in fact, because अब हुन्छ नि मलाई जब चाहिँ, again I really thank my mom also for this. Again, it's I would like to again start with gratitude. So I would really like to thank my mom also here, because when I saw this poster, okay, जब यसको अब audition calls हरू आउँदै थियो, I thought it was absurd हुन्छ नि कि. So अब social media, ओए भाइ यस्तो आइरहेको छ, like what do you mean podcast को audition हुन्छ नि. I was like, how would that even go, के कसो हुन्छ भन्ने. But then okay, बिस्तारै बिस्तारै बस्यो, कुरा गर्यो, के कसो मिल्यो, and then got to 2026, right? And we stand here loud and proud. So yeah, I mean, but it was a good thing. हुन्छ नि कि it did not live up to my expectation. It lived beyond my expectation. हुन्छ नि. If anyone has to add to this.
For me, मलाई चाहिँ फर्स्टमा कस्तो लाग्यो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ I always had that feeling कि यो चाहिँ कुछ this will become something big होइन, because the people who were doing it, like you guys होइन, यो I could see the zeal in you क्या कि कुछ गर्ने योबाट. हामी गफ गर्दाखेरि नि जहिले त्यही भन्थ्यो. सो अन्त मेन कुरा अब यसको पछाडि जति पनि सपोर्ट छ हाम्रो प्रोडक्सनदेखि लिएर प्रोडक्सनमा अनुपदाहरू जो हाम्रो मेन अब हाम्रो सीएम साहब भइगयो, सीएम साहबको मतलब इनिसिएटिभ लिएर अब एसकेएम स्टुडेन्टहरूले जसरी इनिसिएटिभ लिएर आयो, एकदम नयाँ थियो. अन्त मलाई चाहिँ लाग्थ्यो अब यो कोही न काहीँ चाहिँ यो पुग्छ है त्यो जग्गामा भनेर. तर अब अहिले चाहिँ अब स्टार्टिङ मात्रै हो, त्यही भन्छ बिस्तारै बिस्तारै गर्नुपर्छ यसमा. हामीले सबैले एफर्ट्स लगाएर अब पछाडिबाट नि अब बिहाइन्ड द क्यामेरा त अझै कति बेसी त्यो उयोहरू छ, त्यो त अब
Don't worry, I'll come to that. On this one. I have a list of questions, don't worry.
Okay.
मलाई लागि चाहिँ त्यही लागेको.
Okay.
You.
So firstly, I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Minister for this initiative, and then
Okay.
sorry, initiative.
It's okay.
And then our SKM Student Wing President Shri Wangchuk sir for this opportunity, and then expectations भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ like I feel like we have हाम्रो छिरिङ sir, like how he is very supportive होइन सबै कुरामा, and then how you guys are very hardworking. I feel like we are doing well on the.
Give yourself flowers too. You too are hardworking.
I feel like we are doing good होइन, अन्त like we'll do अझै राम्रो.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so त्यही भन्नुपर्दाखेरि त we are very thankful to the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Premsing Tamang sir, अनि छिरिङ वाङचुक sir, our SKM Student Wing को president sir, because he thought into action, he executed it, and this is how it is going. So we never thought that we would be meeting the HCM of Sikkim, है. We got signed, our logo पछाडि हेर्नुहुँदै होला, we got signed from our Chief Minister sir and Aditya Gode sir, who is the Vice President in charge of SKM Students Wing, and फर्स्ट चाहिँ त्यही अब हामीलाई चाहिँ एकदमै है
Such a blessed beginning,
yeah.
ब्लेसिङ
त्यही
त्यो
त।
बिगिनिङै राम्रो भएको थियो हाम्रो एन्ड देन आफ्टर द्याट एपिसोड्स त हुँदै नै थियो वी गट टु यु नो क्याप्चर अर कभर टु मोस्ट डाइनामिक इभेन्ट्स अफ सिक्किम है त्यो अब बिस्तारै नै आउनेछ सो अहिलेसम्म इट्स गोइङ ग्रेट
Okay, I like that. And yeah, because see, I think it's हुन्छ नि with great power comes great responsibility, and
Yeah.
this in fact was a huge responsibility sometimes हुन्छ नि, and responsibility scares people, of
Yeah.
course. Were you scared ever? Be honest with yourselves, म भन्दैछु.
या स्टिल वी आर स्केयर्ड हो कि
अहिले त
त्यो
okay.
अब हमेसा स्केयर्ड पनि होइन अलिकति डर हुनैपर्छ जे कुराको
सोचेको जस्तो
पनि
भएन
त्यो
कि हुँदैन
डर
भने।
भएन भने चाहिँ आई डोन्ट थिङ्क इट विल वर्क आउट
Yeah.
सो डर त अलिकति हुने
Scared of what though?
स्केयर्ड अफ नट
Living up to expectations.
एक्सपेक्टेसन्स के सोचेको त्यो हुँदैन जस्तो इफ वी गिभ आवर बेस्ट अल्सो बादमा पनि वी थिङ्क एन्ड गो लाइक ला अब
कस्तो
एपिसोड
भयो?
सुट भयो ला मैले यो बोल्नु थियो यो बोली पठाएँ कि ला ल मेरो वचनले बा गेस्टलाई अलिकति केही त्यो हुन्छ अनि
त्यो चाहिँ हो
Were you scared कि fearless?
I'm always scared. कुराको अगाडि मलाई जहिले डर लाग्छ.
Okay.
And there is a very bad habit of me fumbling.
Mm.
सो मलाई चाहिँ त्यसकै डर लाग्छ कहीँ बिचमा म फम्बल नगरिपठाउ फ्लोमा जाँदाखेरि कोही बेला फम्बल गरिपठाउँछु बट या अब त्यो फियरलाई मैले मतलब S3 को थ्रु चाहिँ मैले त्यो फियरलाई नै अब ग्र्याब
Overcome
गर्न
गर्यो.
सकेँ
Okay. Yeah, I mean त्यही त back to अब यसमै I would like to follow up on this thought only because I think it really challenged you personally also on a certain level त्यो overcome त्यो fear overcome गर्नु हैन. So what part of this podcast challenged you personally हुन्छ नि? Which aspect of you did it challenge and you had to overcome and be like oh I know then यसरी भनेर and I have to show up.
Yeah.
भनेर.
For me त it was like being in front of camera
Yeah.
अन्त बोल्दा बोल्दा ल्या उल्टा के बोली पठायो भने
Which
ल्या,
is so
के बोल-
absurd
Yeah.
sometimes I feel हुन्छ नि because
No,
you can look at her हुन्छ नि.
त्यस्तो होइन अब
Right.
ल्या म
I mean I really mean it as a compliment but Tita sometimes you just
Yeah.
have to be very aware of the sort of effect you have on people हुन्छ नि त्यतिको चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ.
मलाई त
Yeah.
क्यामेरा ला म के बोली पठाएँ होइन अब तर थ्याङ्कफुली अनुग्दा म कोही बेला म के उल्टा लाइन अब हुन्छ उल्टा बोली पठाउँछु अनुग्दा प्लिज एडिट बिचरा थ्याङ्क यू सो मच अनुग्दा प्रोडक्सन हेड हाम्रो म्यान बिहाइन्ड द क्यामेरा सो मलाई त त्यही हो डर भनेको चाहिँ
Okay. Anyone else?
मेरो त्यही हो फम्बल भन्यो
Okay, we heard. What about you then? So-
अब यसको लागि चाहिँ म के भन्छु भन्दाखेरि
Because I think she's almost seamless,
Mm.
perfect देख्छ मलाई चाहिँ.
Smooth.
I think that's how we perceive her.
Yeah,
हुन्छ
I
नि
seem
अब.
like that, but it's like truly difficult क्या अब अहिले अब इन्टर्नसिप र यहाँ म्यानेज गर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ इट्स समवेयर अलिक फेल लाइक ला यो दिन बाद टाइम नमिलेको भए यस्तो त्यस्तो तर ड्यु टु गड्स ग्रेस आई फिल अहिलेसम्म जति पनि अब एपिसोड्सहरू गयो वी अल गट टु यु नो म्यानेज आवर टाइम त्यो गेस्ट अन्त कोही बेला गेस्ट नमिल्ने हुँदा लास्ट मोमेन्टमा होइन त्यस्तोहरू हुँदा चाहिँ अलिकति त्यसमै डरहरू हुन्छ
बिचरा एक्ला है
अन्त
24 आवर्स यस्तो
Okay.
काम गरेर पनि सी इज लाइक
She's here.
भ्याइरहेको सबै
भ्याइरहेको छ,
गरिरहेको
भ्याइरहेको
रियली
Flowers to you.
Yes.
And also there are some big news also. I mean, I know.
Ooh.
And since none of you asked me, thank you.
I was going to ask you, but I thought you will be answering it with.
I think the biggest personal challenge that I had to overcome was, I think self-esteem issues too. I mean, yeah, given that I studied in a certain field, you know, and that media it's synonymous to
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
do. Of course, in a way, it should be normal for me to just be like, camera, this, sakihalchu bhanne khalki. And most days, sure, it was that, fine,
Yeah.
you know, kati talde fling got, we can just fling it out, you know. But I think the self-esteem issue came when the expectation that I have to speak something so perfectly,
Yeah.
something so हुन्छ नि यो point miss गरे भने चाहिँ my entire thing is ruined, which is so wrong by the way because there's always a scope for improvement and always a space for improvisation. Second thing हुन्छ नि के हो. And I think somewhere along the line यो expectationले गर्दा I forgot in a way what got me here in the first place. That was improvisation हुन्छ नि कि every time I remember I was so proud of this अब अलिकति आफ्नै नाक झार्छु मलाई हैन तर हुन्छ नि I always thought that this attribute ले चाहिँ मलाई it will really help me in my life भन्ने खालको which was to improv anything हुन्छ नि. अब प्रिपेयर गर्नु मलाई अल्छी लाग्थ्यो कति कुराहरुमा if I were to if public speaking was something I had to do. So you know like half an hour 1 घण्टा के भन्नु ओके यस्तो हुनु चाहिँ mentally I would always have been preparing यस्तो तर I never got to write. त्यही अल्छी लाग्थ्यो मलाई हैन. But then just त्यो स्क्रिप्टहरु प्रिपेयर गर्नु चाहिँ it just came to me half an hour or 1 hour before हैन. And then I'd be like oh okay ठक भन्नुपर्छ भनेर. And in fact that got me here only. The audition ma pani that's how I improved my audition tape also. I remember okay यस्तो audition आइराख्छ I have to say something. This is the one thing I want to say about what I want to say about you know. So I was like okay भनेर चाहिँ. But then the expectation kind of made me forgot about that attribute because now it was like the stakes are very high. I have to say the perfect thing. The perfection cheese garda garde I almost lost my essence I feel like. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that also. So what I say is this is not just a personal remark but to anyone who is listening that don't chase perfection, just be yourself. Just be yourself हुन्छ नि. That is the one that actually makes people like you, right? And in fact last night I was just listening to this podcast, right? Because I was rehearsing for podcasts only. Right? There was this podcast which is about this, you know, just like the courage that it takes to be disliked. हुन्छ नि. And sometimes you just have to be disliked, man. You cannot please everyone in the room. हुन्छ नि. You cannot be that person. It's so difficult and it's a huge responsibility. So just come as you are into the room. Of course self-aware पनि हुनुपर्छ that okay this is a mistake I need to improve myself. But except for that, if that is what makes you the authentic version of yourself, then show up as is. I really believe in that.
Following this, I would like to add a quote because I was also listening to a podcast and there was Mike Tyson was saying that if you are friend with everyone, then you are enemy to yourself.
Absolutely.
What हामीले चाहिँ के गर्छ most of the time we try to impress others. हैन अरूलाई इम्प्रेस गर्नको लागि we cross limits. हैन त्यो गर्दाखेरि हामीले आफूलाई खोन्छ नि त यसो हेर्दाखेरि छ. मलाई नि तिम्रो कुरासँग चाहिँ आई एग्री कि हामीले कोही बेला हामी नि क्यामेराको अगाडि आएर चडकचुडिक अब यसो बोल्नु खोज्छ तर जुन कुराले हामीलाई यहाँ पुर्यायो त्यो कुरा चाहिँ हामीले
somewhere along the line त्यो चाहिँ नहोस् हुन्छ नि. I really hope that with this season we don't take that with us हुन्छ नि. Because people I would like to believe people liked us for being this way. And I remember in fact our pilot episode when it was released I think that was a breath of fresh air to see people who were not filtered harik word is perfect, harik this is perfect. I think that's what was the most relatable part because it was a students podcast, right? And what are we as students? We are imperfectly perfect and sab kura ta refined hunदैन नि त. We get to that part along the way, but along the way we also need to embrace that. That so self-acceptance, and this was a lovely journey honestly. That's why I just look back at this with so much gratefulness.
I too would like to add on to this thing. Just the imperfect kura. There were 2 incidents that happened during this year. One was in some hotel or in some cafe, and my English is not so good. So grammatical error. दुईटा त्यस्तो awkward भयो. एकता hotelमा one person was there to correct me like मेरो grammar ठिक छैन.
I remember.
You remember that? And he or she was the one to say that you are the host of this thing. Your English should be okay. I accept that. That's okay. So second thing, recently जुन चाहिँ हामीले supercar को यो गरेको थियो भिडियोमा, I think I spoke there let's hear from the riders or drivers what they are feeling about. So त्यति बेला पनि I got one comment from a person saying bike ride is riders, car drive drivers. So in that thing पनि मलाई लाग्यो कि it affected me so lot. अब यस्तो डरलाग्दो एफेक्ट भयो त्यो कुराले चाहिँ. Then I started doing homework, I started reading books, अन्त त्यसको बाद चाहिँ I felt like ए मान्छेले किन यति डरलाग्दो ओपिनियन दिनु, इम्प्रुभ आफै हुँदै जान्छ. Just like गरस नगरस होइन गरस. So it's up to us क्या हो अब आफ्नो ourselves भयो भने चाहिँ अब त्यतिकै गयो भने चाहिँ राम्रो जस्तो लाग्यो. किनभने if that thing will hamper us बादमा हामीलाई नै उयो हुन्छ टाउको दुख्ने रहेछ क्या.
त्यही त that's what I'm saying. त्यही त्यो
that is also needed.
कसरी चाहिँ मान्छेको ओपिनियनहरू चाहिँ हामीलाई कसरी म्याटर गर्छ त्यो it's us no who will decide. So अब एक्लाले कसरी लियो.
She took it positively हैन त्यो राम्रो negatively लिनु भएन.
I'm glad I'm with a room full of positive people. So never it could have been taken in it could have been taken in such horrible ways.
God.
Okay, since we are tapping into our insecurities, right? I think हाम्रो एउटा responsibility जस्तो हो यो चाहिँ where we actually talk about it openly. Okay, and I know it takes a lot of courage, but I think यतिको courage चाहिँ छ. So like yeah, I think we are a brave room full of people, right? So I would like to ask you, right? I mean, at any point did you feel like you are not so good enough for this podcast, or was there any insecurity that was like you were hiding behind, and now you might have overcome? Hopefully, you might have overcome that. So, answers.
Who wants to go first?
Youngson go start.
I will ask the man in the room this time. Yeah.
For me, मैले चाहिँ अब like this year or this year only I started my master program, like I'm pursuing my masters.
Yeah.
So त्यति बेला चाहिँ like अब फेरि म गान्तोकमा हुँदिन, म सुटको लागि मात्रै आउँछु अन्त मन्थली मिटिङको लागि त्यही समटाइम्स when I'm free. So म याङगाङमा हुन्छु बेसी जस्तो. अन्त अब त्यहाँबाट ट्राभल गरेर आउनु कोही बेला तल माथि हुन्छ, त्यति बेला सोच्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब अलिक हेक्टिक लाग्थ्यो. अन्त मलाई लाग्थ्यो कि लाइक अब त्यो कुराले चाहिँ अब मेरो यो पोडकास्टमा ह्याम्पर हुँदैछ भनेर. सो अलिकति मनमा चाहिँ हुन्थ्यो, तर बट अब बिस्तारै त्यही त युज टु भइगयो. फेरि अब सबै कुराहरू अब यु गाइज युज टु म्यानेज म नहुँदाखेरि मेरो जग्गामा तिमीहरूले त्यो फिल गरिदिइहाल्थ्यो. सो मेरो लागि चाहिँ त्यस्तो प्रब्लम होइन, मेरो लागि चाहिँ त्यही एउटा टाइम म्यानेजमेन्ट चाहिँ अलिक प्रब्लम हुन्थ्यो. तर होइन अब चाहिँ ठिकै छ सबै कुरा. अब
त्यही
इन्सेक्युरिटी चाहिँ मलाई
about the time management.
About the time management.
You felt like you weren't showing up enough. Okay.
पोडकास्टलाई चाहिँ भनेर त्यस्तो चाहिँ हुन्थ्यो मलाई. तर लाइक अब तिमीहरूले सबै कभर गरिदिइहाल्थ्यो, म आएर बसेर गफ मात्रै गर्नु पर्थ्यो. अन्त थ्याङ्कफुल टु द्याट.
Okay.
मेरो लागि त फर्स्टमा त आई रियली वान्टेड टु बी अन दिस सो इन्टरभ्यू गरेँ जस्तो तसो आई डिड एन्ड आई एम हियर एन्ड देन आई फिल लाइक आई एम वर्किङ अन मेनी थिङ्स. लाइक मलाई अब एउटा एपिसोड गर्दैछु, त्यो गरिसकेर अब भिडियो हेर्छु नि मैले यस्तो गर्नुपर्ने थिएछ त्यो हेरेर चाहिँ मलाई अब नेक्स्ट टाइम आई फिल लाइक त्यो याद दिमागमा राखेर अब लाइक हितेश म के भन्नु, अब देयर आर यु गाइज आर देयर फर मी टु हेल्प होइन. अन्त आई फिल लाइक तिमीहरूले मलाई लाइक सपोर्ट गर्छ अब यो कुरामा. द्याट्स वाइ आई फिल लाइक आई बिकम कन्फिडेन्ट. अब म कन्फिडेन्ट हुन्छु अब त्यो नेक्स्ट एपिसोड गर्दाखेरि अब चाहिँ यसरी बोल्नुपर्ने रहेछ, यस्तो गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ. मेरो लागि त त्यही थियो. अब क्यामेरा अगाडि मैले उल्टा बोली पठाएँ भने के भनी पठाएँ भने आई हेभ टु स्पिक वेल एन्ड अल, बिकज मैले एकपल्ट चुज गरेपछि त आई हेभ टु डु वेल पनि हुन्थ्यो. बट त्यही हो. त्यहाँदेखि आई फिल लाइक त्यही थियो मेरो लागि त. एन्ड
I'm looking at.
Why me?
एक्ला.
ओके अब इन्सिक्योरिटी त अघि भनिहाल्थेँ. फर्स्ट त मेरो इङ्ग्लिस स्पिकिङ भनौँ न, नेपाली त जस्तो तस्तो दुःख सुख बोल्दैछु. अन्त नेक्स्ट थिङ चाहिँ त्यही हो टाइम म्यानेजमेन्ट. फ्रम द मन्थ अफ अगस्त चाहिँ मेरो इन्टर्नसिप स्टार्ट भयो, जहाँ चाहिँ छुट्टी नै नपाउने होइन. यु अल गाइज नो भेरी वेल अबाउट द्याट. हस्पिटलाइज भयो छुट्टी पाउने एन्ड एन्ड समवेयर आई एम भेरी थ्याङ्कफुल टु यु अल गाइज टु अनुपदा होइन. ठिकै अब मेरो जुन दिन छुट्टी परिरहेको थियो त्यो दिन नै अब मिलाएको जस्तो हुन्थ्यो. त्यही दिन मिलिहाल्थ्यो, फेरि गेस्टहरूको पनि त्यही दिन मिल्ने, स्टुडियो पनि त्यही दिन. अनुपदाले अहिले कल गर्यो हुन्छ बहिनी भइहाल्छ त्यस्तो खाले. एन्ड रियसरेन्स चाहिँ थियो अब तिमीहरूकोबाट. अन्त बट त्यसमा चाहिँ के इन्सिक्योरिटी हुन्थ्यो भने लाइक जुन दिन सुट हुन्थ्यो 24 आवर सिफ्ट सकेर डाइरेक्ट स्टुडियो आउनुपर्ने. सो त्यसमा चाहिँ अलिकति के इन्सिक्योर हुँदो रहेछ भन्दाखेरि अपियरेन्स क्या, अलिकति लुगाहरूको. अब मान्छे त्यो 24 आवर सिफ्ट गरेर अनुहार कस्तो भइरहेको हुन्छ होइन त्यहाँदेखि त्यही अलिकति इन्सिक्योरिटी चाहिँ त्यो हुँदो रहेछ क्या मान्छेहरूको अब लाइक आइएम बिट फ्याट त्यस्तो खालके कति बेला कमेन्ट्सहरू पनि आयो होइन यो एपिसोडमा त तिमीलाई राम्ररी देखिरहेको थियो अर्को एपिसोडमा यस्तो त्यस्तो बट त्यही हो इन्सिक्योरिटिजले त्यस्तो एफेक्ट चाहिँ नहुनुपर्ने म त्यस्तो भइनँ पनि त्यो एउटा कुरा जुनले भए त्यसलाई मैले पोजिटिभली लिएर अहिले इम्प्रुभ गरि नै रहेको छु
Okay. Insecurities,
What
right?
about you?
And what about yours?
My
फेरि सोध्दैन भन्छ
biggest
फेरि सोध्दैन भन्छ
भन्छु त my biggest insecurity. I don't know if I can even be vulnerable about this, but I think it's my duty. It's my responsibility, you know. So I'll not go in detail about all the medications and medical whatever that I've gone through. But त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ के भयो भन्दा चाहिँ one most negative effect was on my complexion. Okay. And it affected my complexion to the point that sometimes I would not even recognize myself in the mirror. हुन्छ नि. And oh my god. Yeah, but like अब
It's okay.
it's really hard, especially अब त्यही त as you said when your work is so dependent on your face value हुन्छ नि that you have to and पहिल्यैदेखिको चाहिँ I am very concerned about my appearances. Okay, एउटा यति डरलाग्दो चाहिँ heavy अब I don't know what केले गर्दा हो but there was always this heavy emphasis on appearances. If I did not feel like I look good, I did not perform good. हुन्छ नि अन्त त्यही माथि त I was going through such a terrible, horrible time this year in terms of my health, which really affected again my complexion. And you know, there were these comments I remember.
Yeah.
I'll never forget them. हुन्छ नि क्यों because see I work 2 jobs, okay? So I used to work at Summit Times. There's this media house, okay? And त्यहाँ काम गर्दा my work was primarily coming in front of camera. Likewise, यता पनि it was coming in front of camera. And there were just these, I don't know, the anonymous उयो हुन्छ नि meme pages who you don't know what their face is like. There is no face to that profile. But त्यो उयो हुन्छ नि क्या अब like यस्तो त यस्तो यस्तो भएछ यस्तो like I think people can use a little kindness. अलिकति kindness हुन्छ नि कि you never know what someone is going through. And again that I don't want to make this exhibition हुन्छ नि मेरो दुःख यस्तो छ कस्तो छ भनेर no I think it's been a don't do that.
There's one saying no आफूले पनि राम्रो गर्नु नसक्ने अर्काले राम्रो गरिरहेको पनि देख्न नसक्ने. So I feel these people are that sort of people.
एउटा सेन्स अफ होला एनभी नै होला अर प्रोजेक्ट गरेको कि आफ्नो इन्सिक्योरिटिज कि के हो मैले कहिले बुझ्न सकिनँ बट आई थिङ्क यु क्यान नेभर अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड इट अल्सो अन्त देयर इज नो पोइन्ट इन अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ इट अल्सो सो इट हर्ट मी इट रियली हर्ट मी बिकज अब हुन्छ नि त्यो जुन चाहिँ घाउ चाहिँ अब फ्रेस छ झन् त्यसमै प्रेस गर्दा त्यस्तो रियली हर्ट्स यु बट you know what we work through that and if I speak more on this side
मैले जतिसम्म हितेशलाई चिनेको छु नि अहिलेसम्मको इज लाइक पर्फेक्ट एभ्रिथिङ ऊ वेल ड्रेस्ड एभ्री टाइम हि नोज वाट टु स्पिक कहाँ के बोल्नुपर्ने हो कसरी के गर्नुपर्ने ऊ यस्तो खालको मान्छे छ कि लाइक अब कसलाई केही भइरहेको छ भने उसलाई त्यो केही अब इफ आइ एम गोइङ थ्रु समथिङ उसले त्यो अब उसलाई बुझिदिन्छ क्या हि नोज हाउ टु ह्यान्डल द्याट सिचुएसन अब इफ नचिन्ने मान्छे छ भने पनि अब लाइक हि इज भेरी हेल्पफुल फर्स्ट अन्त साथी त के साथी हो तिमी त दामी साथी हो
म चाहिँ के भन्छु
अलवेज देयर
भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ वाट आई वुड लाइक टु एड इज के भन्छु भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब वेन यु आर सो गुड इन यर वर्क तिम्रो कामले तिमीलाई चिन्छ कि तिम्रो अरू कुराहरू नै त्यो अनदेखा हुन्छ होइन अन्त मलाई चाहिँ त्यस्तो लाग्छ कि दिस इज सो गुड इन हिज वर्क होइन अब के भन्नु अब माई मम होइन मेरो आमाले चाहिँ मभन्दा बेसी हितेशलाई अब होइन खालि हितेश सोच्छ राम्रो इभन वेन आई वाज कमिङ होइन घरबाट मलाई के भन्यो भन कि त्यसले राम्रो देखिरहेको थियो अरे भन्नु ल भन्छ अब हो अन्त लाइक म चाहिँ त्यो भन्छु तिम्रो कामै यति राम्रो छ कि मलाई चाहिँ त्यो अरू कुरा चाहिँ मलाई केही नै याद आउँदैन
मैले भने त त्यो इन्सेक्युरिटी पनि भन्दिनँ त्यसलाई चाहिँ क्या मान्छेहरूको त्यो कमेन्ट्स चाहिँ नलेकै राम्रो लियो भने आफूलाई ह्याम्पर हुने हो उनीहरू त सट्टै एउटा पोस्ट हेर्छ सट्टै कमेन्ट गर्छ
बट त्यो पछाडिको पर्पस त तिमीलाई याद छ नि त
what you went through and everything.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I've been better with dealing with that, but you know what? We have worked through it. We have worked through it. Now that we are here, it's been I don't care. Okay, my next question is about time management was something that all of us talked about, right?
Yeah.
I think time management ko kura garda. This is a very obvious question because it was noted that it is a students podcast. And as students, we are still studying and all, but time management was still an issue, right? Sometimes, did it occur to you? Dimag ma yasto kaile ayo ki I could have just been studying, man. Kina gariheko मैले यो भनेको कि त्यस्तो thought कहिले आएको छ?
Sometimes it occurs.
Like sometimes it's just like everyone is leading a very normal college life, and then एक मनले एउटा envy पनि हुन्छ हैन यिनीहरुले त गरे they are enjoying their college life, right? And here you are and here we are हुन्छ नि के त्यो double times त्यस्तो त याम पुग्नु पर्ने यस्तो पुग्नु पर्ने though it's not as hectic as we make it, but it was still a pretty demanding thing sometimes हुन्छ नि. So was there ever a time where you're like, you know what, हैन स्टुडेन्ट भएको भए राम्रो हुन्थ्यो भनेर?
मलाई त मजा आउँछ लाइक अब यो यस्तो काम गर्नु कि बिकज देयर इज समथिङ द्याट लाइक छ मेरो दिमागमा यो गर्नुपर्छ देन इट मेक्स यु किप गोइङ इट मेक्स यु पुश द लिमिट्स त्यो लिमिट्सहरूलाई पुश गर्नु त्यो जुन चाहिँ डर छ त्यसलाई लानु त्यसलाई फाँदेर उतापट्टि जानु टु गेट टु द अदर साइड सो यो कामले चाहिँ अब त्यो किक दिन्छ हुनु त कोही बेला त यति बेसी रिस उठ्छ कि अब स्मृतिलाई याद छ म कति गन गरिदिन्छु होइन तर अब के हो मलाई चाहिँ लाग्छ कि यो कुराले चाहिँ अब जुन चाहिँ पोडकास्ट छ यो डल्लै कुराले चाहिँ इट पुसेस अस टु डु समथिङ द्याट वी आर नट एबल टु जुन चाहिँ कुरालाई हामीले मोस्ट अफ द टाइम इग्नोर गर्छ नि त्यो कुरालाई चाहिँ गर्नुको लागि यो पोडकास्टले अब हामीलाई के गर्छ अब मोटिभेट
गर्छ
मेरो लागि चाहिँ
Anyone else would like to add to that?
एकताल चाहिँ भएको थियो त्यस्तो
तिमी त कुरै नगर I'm always worried हुन्छ नि बिचारा अब sometimes you say the 24-hour shift and all अब त्यसै त health is a huge compromise हैन त्यही माथि त्यही त as you said अब you have to keep up appearances नि अब चिटिक भएर पनि हिँड्नु पर्यो फेरि it's not just about appearance दिमागमा पनि बेटाउनु ला यता यता यस्तो यस्तो बोल्नुपर्छ ला so and so एक्सपेक्ट गरिरहेको छ ला 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 भनेर कि honestly I respect you so much for that
हाम्रो चाहिँ अब यति बेसी अब ट्यालेन्टेड मान्छेहरू छ कि यहाँ चाहिँ अब रुममा
अन्त त्यो एकताल चाहिँ आएको थियो त्यो कि आई डोन्ट रिमेम्बर द पर्टिकुलर टाइम तर भएको थियो बट देन बादमा यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ क्या एकताल आउँदा चाहिँ बट देन स्टिल त्यही दिन चाहिँ आई मेट वान पर्सन इन हस्पिटल प्रिअपको एरियामा त्यो दिन मैले आई फरगट टु वेयर माई मास्क त्यो प्रिअपमा जाँदा चाहिँ द्याट टाइम अ म्यान he saw my face and he was like तपाईँ त पोडकास्टमा बोल्ने मान्छे होइन म हेर्छु नि यो तपाईँले अस्ति एजुकेसनको गर्नुभएको नि तपाईँहरूले त्यो कस्तो मन पऱ्यो the way he said no then we have to go अनि त्यो दिमागमा ल्याएर हुने होइन रहेछ अनि त्यति बेला चाहिँ चाल पाएँ कि इम्प्याक्ट पार्दो रहेछ है हामीले पनि स्लो एन्ड स्टडी हामीले पार्दैछ अब दिस इयर वी वर एबल टु क्रस 600 सब्सक्राइबर्स इन युट्युब फेसबुकमा 1K क्रस छ अन्त यता इन्स्टाग्राममा पनि सो small steps but it is worth it.
I like that.
Thanks and gratitude to all our audiences, well-wishers. अझैसम्म हामीसँग तपाईले स्टिक गरेर हेरिरहेको छ हैन. So we hope to bring you good contents in coming days and thank you so much everyone. अझैसम्म हामीले यति सपोर्ट गर्नुभएको तपाईहरुलाई.
Okay.
त्यति भन्न चाहन्छु.
And speaking of Abu, we talked about impact and all those things, I would like to ask you about episodes. But this is where I'm getting kind of, maybe I'm crossing boundaries, but who cares, I know. Did we ever prioritize on being safe
Okay.
rather than being honest in our content. Don't give me a PR answer, right?
What was the question again? Sorry.
In our episodes, in every content that we have made, right? Not every, एउटा कुनैमा हैन, or it's completely on you, right? Have you ever thought we prioritize on being safe and like, rather than being honest? And give me a very honest answer. I expect honesty.
Okay.
I feel we before our host हैन अब यो पडकास्टमा and we have a platform जहाँ चाहिँ अब what we speak अब हामी के बोल्छ that has its weight नो अब
responsibilities छ
या रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी छ अन्तखेरि कस्तो पाराले हामीले त्यो मेसेज चाहिँ डेलिभर गर्दैछ र मान्छेहरूले भ्युवर्सहरूले कसरी लिँदैछ we have that responsibility हैन so I feel like त्यो कुरामा चाहिँ in a positive way like अब हामीले एउटा केही कुरा बोल्दैछ भने अब त्योले चाहिँ कस्तो पाराले चाहिँ अडियन्समा चाहिँ अब कस्तो पाराले चाहिँ इम्प्याक्ट गर्छ कि अब कस्तो इफेक्ट गर्छ आई फिल लाइक
We somewhere played safe on
yeah.
But in a
positive way like how we
honest पनि थियो but somehow somewhere audience सम्म पुग्दाखेरि चाहिँ
कस्तो मेसेज
पुग्छ त्यही पाराले we played safe one.
You know what I have to say? I say that safety थियो. Okay, because again, as everyone's reiterating this, एउटा safe पनि हुनुपर्छ because we need to be very mindful of our words. One wrong word and it will be used against you. I understand that. But in the same breath, I say sometimes we might have played a little too safe. I know. Where honest हुनु भन्दा अलिकति हामी we are straight, okay, but this is not a justification, but I feel like that was necessary किनभने it's still a humble beginning. हैन अन्त of course taking risks is a part of it and I think we have taken plentiful risks, handful of risks, you know. But at the same breath, safety was also needed हुन्छ नि किनभने एउटा humble beginning हो, right? So it is very necessary to be mindful, एउटा careful पनि हुनुपर्छ भनेर. So yeah, but the thing is, I really hope that in season 2 that changes a little bit.
Okay.
A
little bit. Keep in our minds.
Let's just say that. Let's just hope for that, and yeah, I think that was something that even the audiences might have wanted us to say. It's accountability.
Start question.
Yeah, us being accountable, and this was my first step towards accountability. And I think, yeah. What now? This is one of the last questions before I come into the next shorter segment. What do you think growth will look like for us, for the podcast in this season, in this year? How do you want it to look like? Forget about what will it
in
look
the
like.
future or in this
year.
In this year.
Let's start small.
Okay.
So let's start with this year.
So in this year, before this year, 2025, recently, we were able to cover the most historic events of Sikkim. The first inter-college futsal tournament, and second was that was my
Supercar rally, so fresh into the expression.
The first supercar rally of Sikkim, we were able to cover the news.
Yeah.
And I think that was the utmost growth that we could, have during this previous year. And this year also we are hoping more collaborations, more sponsorships, more partnerships, and
more interactions.
Yeah,
we are open to it.
We are open to it. Yeah, and if we go with this one, if we try to cover or if we get to collaborate with some of the great events of this year that will be going to occur in our Sikkim.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be very great. Episodes त हाम्रो जान्दै नै छ, हुँदै नै गर्छ. साथैमा अरु इभेन्ट्सहरु पनि if अब तपाईहरुले कोलाबोरेसन गर्न चाहनुहुन्छ नि we are open to it.
मेरो लागि त I think futsal जुन चाहिँ थियो र the supercar दामी भएको थियो
जुन चाहिँ it was a really great break for us.
Yeah, we got to interact with many students पनि साथैमा futsal that was it was a first ever futsal.
I think it was very important because speaking from a platform or a room very easy. but त्यही त speaking to people on
public,
ground
yeah.
level सिधै गएर हुन्छ नि उनीहरूकोमै अब most
interaction.
people are very hesitant
Yeah.
also
बोल्नुमा
but then त्यही त
Convince
just to be त्यही त just to speak to them directly no filter no nothing अब उनीहरूले पनि अब I can say this for sure most of us were like हैन नडराउनु न त्यस्तो पोलिटिकल पनि सोधेको हैन just tell us as simple
Yeah.
students that's all we want to know
Yeah.
भने खालको हुन्छ नि so I think it was a very
Yeah.
it was very much needed हुन्छ नि
Yes.
and I hope that's what growth looks like for us
Yeah.
हुन्छ नि for the
And
next season.
not to be so proud about, but this supercar rally ma चाहिँ people from Mumbai, the drivers that they came, the owners of the supercars, they were appreciating our initiative.
yeah
Okay.
When I told about this, our podcast, this thing and that thing, and I think they all subscribed our channel also, and we are
They
so
did,
thankful
yeah.
to
Mm.
them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and त्यही भन्छु बिस्तारी ग्रोथ चाहिँ राम्रै हुँदैछ.
Yeah, for 2026
देख्दैछ हामीले
for 2026 we want more students to join us in this journey हैन to watch our content किनभने यो सब तपाईहरुको लागि नै हो
yeah
तपाईहरुको लागि नै सोचेर स्टार्ट गरेको हो अन्त 2026 मात्रै हैन अगाडि पनि जति जम्मन हामीले यो कुरालाई चलाउन सक्छ तपाईहरु योसँग जोडिनुहोस् मेबी भोलिको टाइममा तपाईहरु नै यहाँ बसिरहेको हुन्छ र
Yeah.
हामीले तपाईहरुको कन्टेन्ट
Yeah.
हेरिरहेको हुन्छ.
absolutely yeah
सो अब म चाहिँ त्यही भन्छु जुन चाहिँ पर्पसको लागि हामीले स्टार्ट गरेको छ हामीले त्यो अलिकति पनि छोड्न पायो भने हाम्रो काम चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ त्यसमै वी आर सेटिस्फाइड
okay and with this I think we come to the longer segment हैन तर I think I would like to end it with a small celebration a small acknowledgement हैन I would like to extend my congratulations to my very talented, very hardworking, very beautiful,
Ekla.
very radiant co-host for her recent achievement. I'm sure you must have seen it,
Yes.
right? I would also like to extend my gratitude and my के भन्छ अब I would like to just congratulate everyone here
Yeah.
in this room हुन्छ नि के I mean you as well you have started with your masters I'm sure it's challenging अहिले भनेको जस्तो time management has been a very challenging aspect
Exam focus
with
गर्नु
you
पर्यो।
as well yeah because त्यही I remember you त्यही त episode 0 मा also
Yeah.
I was the one who hosted this and I remember you were so shy so I was like hiding behind everyone and like answer गरिहाल्छ and you are really answering things now
Thank you so
and
much.
yeah congratulations for
Thank
that
you.
Congratulations to you
So,
too.
Ritesh.
And
Yes.
he's our gold medalist.
Gold medalist.
BA journalism from SRM University. We would like
Thank
to
you,
congratulate
thank
him
you.
also. And most हाम्रो त अब तपाईले त हामीले देखि नै रहन्छ ब्याक बिहाइन्ड द क्यामेरा हाम्रो प्रोडक्सन हेड अनु
अनु
दादा
दादा पनि एकदम
दा एकछिन आइदिनु भएको राम्रो हुन्थ्यो
just come in front of the camera please the
So,
man of the hour the man of
Camera.
every hour
प्रोडक्सन हेड
Yes.
अनु प्राई.
we would like to
Make
extend our
mistakes and
gratitude to
all
him
that.
रेकर्ड त भयो नि अब
त्यही त, I
कसरी
can
चाहिँ
only
भयो के गर्ने
a huge headache for her
Yes.
हुन्छ नि अब edit गर्नुपर्छ बादमा
And
but yeah I think you're saying something I'm so
मलाई
sorry
चाहिँ मैले लाइक मेन्सनिङ गर्नुहुँदा what would I like to say is कि without him this would
this would have never been possible
Yeah.
किनभने हामी त आएर बोल्छ जान्छ त्यसको बाद जुन चाहिँ काम छ जति
Edit
एफर्ट्स
त्यही त,
डालेर
कसरी
जति टाइम
I can only मलाई के लाग्छ भन्दा I can only I don't know if one of them will answer to this one I think he hates our voices गरेर सुनिरहेको हुन्छ नि for like 1 2 3 hours हुन्छ
But-
नि
when you love the work na मतलब Anupda loves like this
His
work
work
so
so
much
much.
कि it is reflected in the
Yeah.
videos
it's reflected in the content man
यति राम्रोसँगले अब त्यो कुरालाई दाले अब मजाले उयो गरेर गर्छ कि दाले लाइक उसको मन परेको काम क्या अब माया गरेको जस्तो
no
दाले
stone left unturned हुन्छ
Yeah.
नि अनुदा
दाजुमा त यति आइडिया छ कि केही इभेन्टमा यस्तो पाराले गर्नुपर्छ यसरी गर्नुपर्छ Yes,
यो
yes.
रोप लाइट लगाउनुपर्छ
यस्तो गर्नुपर्छ ल
nothing is ever no and
Yeah.
thank you so much sir. Thank you so much for that and with this we come to a very lovely conversation this almost felt very therapeutic also म
Yeah.
भन्छु हैन and I'm so glad we were able to be this honest with each other but before I end I would like to have a small rapid fire session
Oh my god, rapid
Rapid
fire.
fire
because we love rapid fire right now
Yeah, we love asking the guests.
अर्कालाई आगोमा जलाउँछ आफैले
Today
मैले
आज आफू जलौँ
yeah
आज आफै जानुपर्छ
so I hope you understand the rules for rapid fire. Explanation. I don't need explanation. Please, okay?
Okay.
Once it is gone, it is
Once you say
Once
something,
it is fired, then
it's on record. So, 3, 2, 1. Scripted or spontaneous? What do you like?
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Okay. Guest episodes or just us?
Guest
Guest
episode.
episode.
Okay. I'm hurt.
No,
Only
just as also it's fine, but in guest.
Guest.
Okay.
Different.
Okay. One thing the listeners don't know about how we record. It's not a rap. I mean, it's a alikiti sentence भन्नु पर्छ but yeah.
How we
One
record.
One thing.
छिटो. Tick.
को ढिलो आयो भनेर गयो.
I'm coming there. No, Baba. I'm coming.
Okay. One thing के भन्यो फेरि भन्नु.
Listeners don't
One
know
thing our audience does not know about how we record.
Oh.
It's a secret.
I sleep every time I come to the country.
Okay.
म फोन खोलेर हेर्दाखेरि सबैको फोटोज देख्छु म त्यहाँ मलाई याद हुन्छ नि फोटो यिनीहरूले कहिले खिच्यो
हामी फोटो खिचेको गर्छ.
Okay.
सेल्फिजहरू
One is
हुन्छ.
in that cafeteria.
What cafeteria?
त्यो बाहिरको
Oh,
ए.
पन्जाबी तड्का
पन्जाबी तड्का.
You guys don't know.
every time in
Every-
Punjabi तड्का in every shoot.
Yeah.
Every shootमा पन्जाबी तड्का.
Okay, त्यसो होला.
I won't like. I don't kiss and tell. I'm sorry.
Oh.
More secrets भन्दिन आफ्नो. Who takes the longest to get ready?
You.
No, Smithy.
You. No.
No, it's Smithy. Longest to get ready.
हितेश हो खासमा.
Johnson पनि हो.
I wait for
I'm late, but like.
भयो.
I am
Simple
late.
answer.
Yeah, Smithy.
you.
Smriti.
Smithy. Who panics the most before record?
Smithy. Me also. I panic the most, I guess.
एक्ला. अब्बुई.
एक्ला.
हुन्छ मलाई थाहा छ.
मेरो होस्ट चाहिँ गायब भइसकेको हुन्छ.
त्यही त. One thing that podcast gave you and one thing it took away from you.
What podcast gave me growth? It took away.
What did it take away from you? छिटो.
Energy, anything.
Gave me confidence.
It gave me friends also.
Friends पनि हो. ठिकै हो. And took away.
के लैजायो तिमीबाट? Positive or negative? Fast. I'm switching to him.
दिमागै चलेन.
Hello.
Gave me confidence and took away my camera fear.
Okay.
Like, making me fun of
Okay.
camera.
Positive.
Gave me exposure. I don't know what it took away from me. I'm playing very safe here.
You know that-
But
No.
In a very positive way, it took our time, it took our energy, it took our talent.
fabricated पर्दैन, it's okay. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's
मेरो
bad. I
दिमागमा
know.
हैन.
And one word for me as a host.
For you.
Dynamic.
Smart.
Fashionable.
Oh,
Oh.
my God. Thank you so much. And finally, please share to me your New Year resolution. What is your resolution?
Start from me.
Yeah.
New Year resolution. Be yourself. Focus
What
on-
do you want to be this year, Lou? Resolution के हो तिम्रो?
मेरो resolution कस्तो भन्नु अब to be myself.
You want to be more of
More
yourself?
of myself. Because
True to yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
To stay focused.
Okay. What's your
To,
resolution?
like, this year I plan to focus on my fitness.
Okay.
Okay.
And my
What about you?
resolution, I think it's to prioritize on health and love. Honestly.
Okay.
What? Love can be-
Okay,
Love.
Yeah, love. Yeah.
Love can be
Okay.
dirty minds. Dirty minds.
Love and
And what is your resolution? We would really like to know.
In the
In the
Hit
comments.
down in the comments. I'm probably also posting a poll for this. But yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope that we have very, very lovely episodes to bring to you. And with that hope and with that aspiration and with this positive energy in this room, we come to the end. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yes, okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Voices of Tomorrow, Stories of Today. This is by the students for the students.